Within the past few hours, investigators released more details about what led up to 5 police officers being shot in Benton County. This happened about 7 o'clock this morning in Glendorado Township, a rural community 15 miles west of Princeton, which is about an hour northwest of here.
We have team coverage tonight. Sammy Salinas in Foley at the Benton County Sheriff's Office. And we start with Gordon Severson, who is near the scene in Glendorado Township. Gordon?
Yeah, the Sherburne County Drug Task Force was executing a search warrant when all of this happened. And the sheriff tells me that it happened at this home behind me here. You can see a couple hundred yards down the road from here. There are still several law enforcement vehicles here at the scene. The sheriff says that officers announced their presence several times and almost immediately came under fire. The sheriff says the 64-year-old suspect shot at officers and officers fired back. The shootout happened quickly. In the end, 5 officers and the suspect were hit. Officials say the suspect then went inside, and it took negotiators about 4 hours to convince him to surrender. The Minnesota BCA has been called in to investigate the shooting since it involved officers firing their weapons. Those investigators are still at the scene hours later trying to piece together what happened.
Our agents are working to establish a timeline for how the incident unfolded, who fired and when, and what weapons were used. As part of our preliminary investigation, we are reviewing body-worn camera video of the incident, along with squad camera video and other video that's available to us at this time.
And the sheriff says they did know this suspect before everything that happened this morning. He says that this suspect does have prior felonies, and he is currently being treated at North Memorial. They do not have more information about his status with what is going on health-wise for him, but for more on how the officers are doing, I'm going to send it over to Sammy.
Gordon, less than 2 hours ago, we received information from Benton County Sheriff on those 5 officers who were shot. They're all expected to survive their injuries. They were also all part of a multi-agency drug task force, and they were serving that warrant that you mentioned when Benton County Sheriff Troy Heck says they were fired upon after announcing their presence at the property. He says multiple officers exchanged fire.
This was a multi-jurisdictional effort. I've talked with my deputies, and they are both doing well. I've had a chance to talk to my partners, and we're all encouraged by what we're finding from the officers right now.
3 officers were from Sherburne County, with 2 of them hit in their bulletproof vests. They were released from CentraCare St. Cloud Hospital earlier today. The other from Sherburne is still recovering in North Memorial, along with officers from Princeton Police and Elk River Police. Some had to be airlifted. All are expected to survive. Now, there were other officers on scene assisting those 5 at the time as well. We asked to see if the identities of those officers were going to be released, and they said they're not going to at this time because they were working undercover. Back to you.
Thank you, Sammy.